Hey guys, it's RJG Gaming here, and today we're going to be discussing a massive controversy in the Death Battle series. I think the 100th video in Death Battle, it was the Mario vs Sonic, and this was the most inaccurate video I have ever seen. And a lot of Sonic fans were complaining about how inaccurate it was, and I agreed because it doesn't make any sense. They didn't portray Hypersonic that well. They didn't even bother to use Supersonic. They did use the power wisps, and it makes sense. Mario could beat the power wisps, and that's understandable. Like halfway through the fight, it did make sense. But I feel like it was just more as a gag fight and it was not something to take seriously. Furthermore, I would not take this Death Battle thing seriously because I certainly don't take it seriously because I think it's just a bunch of crap, to be honest. Because they don't really take any of Sonic's feats seriously. They did take Mario's feats seriously, and look, that's fine, but when did Mario ever use the flying cap and the star power up and just merge that together to create the super flying cap star, whatever that crap was? It doesn't make sense. Mario's never ever done that. Just a quick disclaimer, if you're a Mario fan and you believe that Mario won in that Death Battle, that is perfectly fine. I'm just saying that as a Sonic fan and a Mario fan, I'm not trying to be biased. This is just my opinion. Ultimately, I think Sonic the Hedgehog wins. I'm just going to cut it there. I'm not going to spend almost 20 minutes talking, which it's probably going to be that long. I don't know. I wanted to make this video solely because Death Battle did such a horrible job portraying Sonic at his peak. And at the time of the video's uploading, Sonic, I think it was around Sonic Forces, and Sonic was still strong. He didn't have that Frontiers. If it was Frontiers Sonic, Mario would be getting absolutely creamed, bro. He would be getting destroyed. There would be nothing left of him. Like, Mario stood at no chance against Hypersonic. Let alone Supersonic, dude. Supersonic would have been able to destroy him, and that would have been at least a fair fight. The star powers shouldn't have been able to last that long. And that's right, in the fight, they plummet back to Earth. But I don't even know what the hell Sonic was doing. Like, Sonic wasn't even fighting properly, bro. He had his eyes shut and he was rapidly punching. Bro, Sonic knows how to fight. He actually knows how to fight. He does it in Frontiers, which I shouldn't be counting. But he actually punches Zarbok, in the second boss fight on the Death Egg, I think. And he literally beats him multiple times with rapid punching. He can do that to Mario. He could literally school him. It's not even debatable at this point. And now let's have a look at the feats and power-ups and stuff. So we're mainly just going to focus on power-ups and then the feats. Power-ups. So we're going to be talking about Mario first. His fire power-up. This is the most iconic power-up, I would say. So how does it do against Sonic? If it was properly matched, and this is a hedgehog that can run at the speed of sound. You throw one fireball and that Sonic can just easily avoid that. Mario would have to throw it predictably where Sonic would be at, like an after image or something. Even then, he probably wouldn't be able to hit Sonic due to him being so fast. He can just avoid literally anything, which renders pretty much all power-ups that can be actually thrown or targeted. If it has a lock-on system, then probably. But dude, it's not even really fair for Mario, honestly. Not good. Not good for our old fat Italian pulling up, bro. Okay, we're gonna be talking about the wing cap power-up. This is in Super Mario 64. Some lovely memories while playing that game. Anyways, that power-up actually allows Mario to fly in short bursts, I guess. He can't properly fly. It's also like the cape power-up. Most things that allow Mario to fly, like the Tanuki power-up, anything that can make Mario fly, any power-up. The cape power-up is also another thing, but that cape power-up can't make him fly constantly, because Mario has to constantly go up and down to keep that motion, and eventually he will get tired and worn out. Sonic can literally fly. In his base he cannot, but in his super state he can. If any flying power-up can help Mario, he'll absolutely need that. Maybe the P-Acon, which is sort of like a cheat hack. If the players of the game suck so badly that they can't play it, that would normally just spawn in and allow them to fly pretty much endlessly. It only glides. It doesn't hover constantly. Well, I mean, you can. It's the same thing with every flying power-up. You have to go up and down, up and down. You have to do a constant motion to keep going up. Lastly, the one power-up that I can remember It's the star power-up. Yes, it is accurate to the gaming lore where it does not last that long. It lasts for about like, what, 10 seconds and that's it. The fight was going pretty fast, so it was like 5 seconds. Mario still had some time to use that star. And when he uses that star power-up, he's invulnerable. Nothing can touch him, he's indestructible, mainly like Supersonic. It won't work unless the star can last longer than Sonic's super transformation. Hypersonic does tend to use more rings, kind of allows Mario to get the upper hand, I guess. But this version of Sonic in Death Battle is just kind of a doo-doo dog, to be honest. The way the Power Star was used, it was abused. And basically the Death Battle just didn't use it properly. The way Mario was portrayed, he was too overpowered. And they didn't use Sonic properly, honestly. Now that's pretty much all the power-ups for Mario. Now we're going on to Sonic. Now we're going on to Sonic's power-ups. If you're a Sonic fan, you pretty much know every single thing about this. I know a lot about this, and I'm a massive Sonic fan. So the first thing we're getting into is the Wisps. There's multiple Wisps that allow Sonic to do multiple things. There is the lightning one, the Spark Wisp. I think it's the lightning Wisp. If I got that wrong, then that's probably my fault. But this actually allows him to go faster than he ever could before. It only allows him to go into like a diamond formation if they're laid out properly. That's what happens in canon. I don't think this was used properly as well, but it's actually pretty unique. He did have other Wisps as well. The version of Sonic, when he used it, he forced the Wisp to do his bidding, basically. And yeah, I don't really like this Sonic. He's kind of a weakling and doesn't even know how the real Sonic fights. He forces Wisp to literally do his bidding. It's crazy. We're going to jump into Hypersonic. Hypersonic is undoubtedly the strongest form Sonic has, and there's just no way Mario could beat Hypersonic. Hypersonic can travel beyond the speed of light. I think he could even escape a supermassive black hole if that was actually reality. Sonic outran a black hole, and if he could do that in Hypersonic, imagine the feats he can do with that. In canon, he's never used it in his modern form, and if he did, he'll be so indestructible. Like, he'll be straight up unbeatable. It's straight facts, honestly. Like, no one can beat Hypersonic. This form is achieved by turning the Chaos Emeralds into Super Emeralds, sort of amplifying the effect of the Chaos Energy, making Sonic into Hypersonic, making him so much stronger. If Supersonic was invulnerable, then Hypersonic's a step up from that. He's super invulnerable. He's basically invincible. Nothing can touch him. He's pretty much the One Punch Man of Sonic the Hedgehog, or just technically out of the Mario universe. Hypersonic's moveset is so broken, honestly. It's unbelievable. He has enhanced speed, enhanced strength, enhanced after images when he travels, has the option to travel at light speeds, or maybe even beyond that. We don't know, but in Sonic 3, this is classic Sonic. When classic Sonic used his Hyper transformation, he created after images and shocks. He's able to double jump and jump higher than what he could in his base. All his abilities are technically enhanced now, like 3 times over the transformation of Super Sonic. It's unbelievable, but it's baffling that Death Battle stuffed up Hypersonic so much to the point that they nerfed him. The Hypersonic in the Death Battle series is basically just Super Sonic. Maybe even just base Sonic, because he's just so unbelievably weak. Now we're going to the feats of Mario and Sonic to see how big the feats are and compare the two. If you search up Sonic's best feats, I actually kind of agree with her, but some of it can be a little bit biased. It says multiversal Solaris, but that's not technically true. It's interdimensional Solaris. This Solaris spawned from the past, the present, and the future. He was able to exist in both timelines. Supersonic, Silver, and Shadow were able to destroy the core of Solaris twice. This allowed him to destroy the consciousness, allowing him to not exist in multiple timelines, so therefore saving the world. If Sonic in 2018 faced against Solaris again, he would undoubtedly beat him again. There is no competition in that. So just another thing I want to put in here, if Mario faced against Solaris, and this is the first form of Solaris, not the second, the first. The second form was a lot of trouble for Sonic and Shadow and Silver. They battled against him, but luckily they saved him. Shadow had to do most of the damage though. But if Mario battled Solaris, it would not go down well. In fact, Solaris in his phase form, his first phase, would absolutely take out the entire Mario universe. Maybe Rosalina, probably. It would be a good fight to see between Rosalina and Solaris, but I don't know if Rosalina will win. She is extremely strong, I will give you that, but Rosalina cannot beat Solaris. Solaris exists in multiple timelines. She would have to destroy pretty much all of it. And when I say he exists in 3 timelines, it's mainly the past, present, and future. That means he exists in every single hour of the day, basically. It's complicated, but it's like that. He exists literally everywhere in time. Like to the day the planet just dies out in Mobius Prime or something like that. So if Rosalina just destroys Solaris in the present, she would have to travel through time, split seconds to destroy every single version of Solaris. And even then, Solaris would just go into his second phase, killing Rosalina instantly. I'm sorry. I hate to like just have her die like that, but that's just the hard truth. The Mario universe stands no chance against Solaris, therefore not standing a chance against Sonic. Alright, let's get to Sonic's next feat. So I didn't know if Sonic's in the Secret Rings was canon. Okay, that's kind of a lie, but I didn't really know if I was really going to count this. But one of Sonic's feats was being a Razor Jin. A Razor Jin was pretty strong. He existed inside of a book, though I think he was just weaker than what he was. But Sonic had to use the 7 world rings to destroy him. This allowed him to turn into Darkspine Sonic. And among this, there was another feat where Sonic, after defeating Razor Jin, he traveled around the planet at the speed of light to get back to his to get out of the book. Basically, that's how he escaped. I presumably think he did this in the Sonic and the Black Knights as well. So to escape a book, he traveled around the bloody planet, at the speed of light constantly to like build up enough energy to escape. It's crazy, but apparently that's what Shazara said. I think that's the lady. Sorry if I botched that up. Sonic defeated a Time Eater. A Time Eater. This is presumably less stronger than Solaris? Maybe stronger, just slightly stronger, because the Time Eater eats time itself. Made out of little strange matter over the years just formed into the Time Eater. It's crazy because this Time Eater can control all of time, or just devour it in a way, I guess. He can like take out time and turn into a whiteless void, and Super Sonic and his classic self, and manage to defeat him. That's a massive feat. It was also being controlled by Eggman and Robotnik. So we don't know how strong he could have been, like not being under the control. A big feat to destroy like literally the Time Eater itself. We don't know how strong that Time Eater was, but we can presumably think it's weaker than Solaris. We don't know this for sure, but we presumably know that probably Sonic could transcend into light speed, but we don't know for sure that he probably needs his super form to go at the speed of light. But do take notice that in the games, he goes slowly for a reason so the player can keep up. It's just like when Goku vs against Jiren. They slow down the fight so you can actually keep up and watch it. If it showed the true speed of Goku or Jiren, you wouldn't be able to watch it because he's so goddamn fast. Well, they are so goddamn fast. That's why when Sonic runs at his top speed, it's not Mach 3, it's like Mach 200 at most, maybe even more. It's astonishing, maybe even Mario just cannot keep up. There's no way to say that Mario will come out of this alive with the Sonic that we know at 2018. This is mainly after like Sonic Forces or something. Like this is before Sonic Frontiers even came out, so we can't really show that moveset yet. Okay, the one thing I wanted to show was Sonic escaping a black hole. There's actually far more feats out there for Sonic, but it would just get a bit boring and dull, honestly, because Sonic's just too overpowered, honestly. If you think Archie was strong, this is something beyond even me, honestly. Sonic in Sonic Colors, after the boss fight with Eggman in Sonic Colors, an artificial black hole was created. Sonic was frustrated because he had to run away from this now, so immediately he ran for his life, basically. But the screen turned white, and we can safely say he did not make it out, but he ran out for a good minute. He ran out that black hole, managing to outrun that thing, that artificial black hole. Crazy. An artificial black hole is far weaker than like an actual supermassive black hole, just like a normal black hole. The mass on that black hole is absolutely crazy. It's below like the lowest form of a black hole, like Sagittarius A star, which is the black hole inside of the Milky Way, or our Milky Way I should say. Who says that like Sonic couldn't escape an actual black hole? Put that into like actual fruition and watch him run out of a black hole. He can probably do that if he had a platform to run on. Or maybe he was in his super form, he probably can do that easily. It states like light cannot escape a black hole, but maybe a hedgehog can. But that's pretty much it. So now we're going to go on to Mario. I don't know much about Mario's feats, like I do know some. There's one in Super Mario World where he destroys Larry's castle with his feet. Like he just jumps on that castle I think, or he just blows it up I guess. But he does do it with Larry's castle and just jumps on it with like little effort, like an actual tower. Just jumps on it, proceeding to destroy it. Honestly, it's, I don't know, it's kind of crazy, but I guess so. Sonic could do that as well though, like without any trouble. Mario was part of the 7 Star Children, making him just slightly more powerful than the rest of his siblings, I guess. I think that just gives him more power, and he's abnormally more powerful, so basically just superhuman, I guess. To take note, most of Mario's feats take place in other universes, so the Paper Mario uses the 7 Star Spirits. They're from a totally different universe. That's from like the Paper Mario universe, and then the Mario RPG universe. They are extremely powerful as well, but that's from another universe. And then there's Mario Party, Mario running away from a black hole. That's from a spin-off universe. None of these we don't take seriously. We're only talking about the mainline games.
Importantly, the original video games will be our primary source for analysis.
Screw Attack said that we're using the game characters, like only the games, no spin-offs. They clearly stated that in their video. And when we're doing that from the mainline games, we're not including Sonic Colors DS, Mario Party, Mario Kart 8, or just any spin-offs. We're talking about mainline games. If that's the fact, that means Mario still is pretty powerful though, but Sonic just dwarfs in strength with him. Either way, one of his biggest feats was surviving the creation of a universe, basically. This was actually crazy because in Super Mario Galaxy 1, the entire continuity changed, and he managed to survive this. However, I think Rosalina was protecting him the entire time, so we technically won't count that. Mario did actually beat Bowser twice, like a super-powered Galaxy Bowser. This was phenomenal. This took down like a galaxy-level threat of Bowser. But again, it's nothing against what Sonic has faced before. Like, he's a dimensional being such as Solaris. Solaris was incredibly powerful. And if Mario cannot beat Solaris, he cannot beat Sonic. There's just no debate with that anymore, honestly. It's sad, but that's just the point, honestly. Now we're going to go to the weaknesses. Oh, if you guys have any more information about Mario's feats, you can comment down in this video. Just don't start like an argument, because my comment section is just supposed to be friendly and stuff. Okay, now we're moving on to the weaknesses. Now we're going to be doing Sonic's weaknesses. This is pretty sad, honestly. Sonic is scared of water, so if you throw him in water, he cannot move. However, he can swim in water, because hedgehogs can swim in water by curling up into a ball. What's stopping him from just doing that? He can make himself lighter, so that allows him to swim properly, but he can get a bubble shield allowing him to actually swim, which gets rid of that weakness. But yeah, he is afraid of water, so if you throw him in water, he's pretty much done for, as long as you chain him to the floor if you want to. But when Sonic is in his super and hyper form, that tends to use up a lot of ring energy, and that's the one thing that stops him from being so indestructible and strong. It's the rings. Like if he loses rings, then he will just fade out of his super form, allowing the opponent to win. That's the only way that Mario can possibly win a logical and fair battle. Mario's biggest weakness is obviously his reliance on power-ups. So, without a doubt, it wouldn't be fair if he couldn't use power-ups, but if he didn't use any power-ups, one blow, gone. He's dead. Sonic doesn't need to use anything. If Mario had nothing but just his smallest form, or just give him a super mushroom and that's all he can use, he would undoubtedly lose to Sonic in a fair and proper fight. Mario can be sometimes impulsive, jumping into situations without thinking, causing him to mainly fail. Mainly why he was facing against Bowser in Odyssey, and causing him to fail that battle because he wasn't really going in there prepared. He should have just waited and followed Bowser and then maybe figure out a strategy to beat Bowser, because he knew that he was overpowered, but he was still there and he was being a great hero, but he was clearly not thinking and he was being impulsive. There's other situations where he just jumps in and tries too hard to be a hero. Sonic also is extremely overconfident, which I failed to include, I apologize. Sonic is overconfident and he will fail to understand his foe's strengths. But when he overcomes this by showing how strong he can be, sometimes he leaves his opponents open and just gives them a chance to escape, I guess. However, Mario does get the job done, so it's difficult, but if Mario cannot beat Solaris, then he cannot beat Sonic at all. There's no alternative universe where Mario comes out alive in this battle. If Sonic was just to use his base form, then maybe Mario just has a slightest chance to win. Probably, I don't know for sure. But I know that Death Battle version was absolute doo-doo dog. I'm sorry, but that was just the worst. And I apologize. If you guys like that series and you just want Mario to win and you like Mario winning, then that's perfectly fine. I understand that. But in my personal opinion, Mario did not deserve to win that. He lost in the first round, but then he won in the second round, which still doesn't make any sense to me because Sonic is even more powerful than he was in the first episode of Death Battle when they first fought. Endless long and brutal debate on who would win out of Mario and Sonic. Sonic wins.
That was almost too easy!
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I apologize if it was chaotic and just absolute hell for you guys. I know you guys will disagree with me in the comments, but look, go ahead. I'm probably going to respond, I guess, I don't know. But I just wanted to make this video to make it clear that Sonic would absolutely brutalize Mario in that fight. But that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more content like this. Maybe I'll do another one with Knuckles and DK. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye, my jammers.